Let's get right into today's game. I'm optimistic. So I've fallen down to like 63 elo, which is definitely depressing, but today is going to be a win, and then I'm going to go on a win streak and get my 1400 and then my 1500 ratings. Because I'm tired of being 1300 for now. I'm ready to become more advanced, and I don't know what my opponent is thinking, that he can just like fright liver attack me. But some weird variation. And so far I'm doing kind of fine. Those spawns are really isolated. So it's not the cleanest position, but it's definitely something. I'm thinking of fianchettoing my bishop. But is it too much? It probably is. And this should be fine as well. I could actually try to go here and trade off the knights and fix my pawn structure, because then we are back in the Caro-Kann. But obviously my opponent is not taking, which makes sense. But that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so he just invites the spin. So now I'm technically threatening to take and then win the pawn. But I don't think I'm this better after I trade everything, to be honest. This is a possibility, hitting everything and maybe trading off over there, but I am definitely not sure. This is also a move. But then he just defends and I'm kind of done, so how about I kind of solidify this bishop? Sounds kind of fine. Or I could maybe even bring out my queen. Which also seems fine. And maybe I can cycle back my bishop to create a long-term threat of this mate. Semi-mate, because he can always run his king, but that will be definitely something. And I don't know, I guess I can get this bishop into the game by pushing this pawn and get going here. Also locking this king inside, which seems kind of natural. And he goes for the trade. I feel like after I take, I'm better, because now look at my pawns. This is a superior pawn structure, even though he has a knight. And this knight little outpost for him, like semi-outpost, because I can always kick it back. But I don't mind it beating here, and I don't know, maybe I can push it away in the future. Okay, so he's obviously setting up this. So I kind of have to like fix my rooks, because now they are disconnected and I have to connect them, so this would not be a problem. Okay, so he takes, he goes for it, and I'm super glad, because now I'm definitely slightly winning here. Especially after takes, and then going here, kind of pressuring both of those pawns. And then just going after it. I also need some breathing space for my king, but I will get that in the future. So now he actually forces me to go here and pressure both of those pawns. This pawn push would be like kind of a sneaky move because you actually defend this rook. But now I can just double down on here and you have to retrieve your rook. And then I will attack it and I'm simply slowly moving forward towards your pawns. My pawns are basically untouchable and yours are very vulnerable. Damn, English is hard. So now I will create some breathing space for my king and maybe trade off the queens. A queen trade is definitely something that I want. I can go back and try to trade off the rooks. Maybe. Or I could also go for something like this. And then try to attack this pawn this way. I mean, that is definitely an option. I am going to go here because if I were to go here, then he can push this pawn twice and still advance. And now this pawn is kind of stuck protecting this one, so that's a little bit of good stuff. Now I'm going to try and go here so he would have to commit his queen to defending this pawn. Okay, so a rook trade is definitely something that I want to strive for in this position. So let's go for this. If he trades, then I can always infiltrate here. He can't touch me and I'm just invincible. So now taking would be too much because then he just pushes his pawn. He just advances the pawn and now I'm threatening to take this because of this existing pin. And now I can move. I actually cannot move one square up. Okay, this is kind of annoying. I have to take. And then maybe push here. I mean, now I'm definitely losing. It's funny how the position shifted. If I go here, then he has to push here. And then he goes for it. This is actually so annoying. So I have to counter push in the middle. I kind of sold this position. Maybe I can get a perpetual check kind of scenario. Yeah, this is just lost. I can resign. I definitely went somewhere wrong here with forcefully trying to trade those pieces because here I was definitely... Okay, so this was a draw. Yeah, it looked kind of drawish. Here I shouldn't have pressed him so much on this side and kind of I should have started advancing my pawns over here. But that's a lesson for another day. And this was your daily chess video and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.